What's going on, everyone? YouTube, good folks. I'm back in the truck. Home time was good. Spent time with friends, family, all that good stuff. Even made the trip to Walmart to stock some stuff in the truck. Bought myself a laptop. Looked at the GoPros, but didn't pull the trigger. Didn't feel like throwing down $400. That's not including any accessories, mounts, any of that kind of stuff. So I'm holding off on that one. Maybe here in a month when I come home again, or maybe I'll just order it on Amazon and have it waiting for me. I don't know, but really don't want to start driving again. I don't think even a couple more days would have me motivated to get back out here. But got to do what I got to do. Yeah, it's gonna look rough. I didn't get the haircut. I should have. I guess I'll do that next time. But did some thinking. Prime is making me get my hazmat, which I'd planned on in the first place, but it was a whole big ordeal. I took the written test because I was under the impression that Prime helped you do the background check and not have to throw down that $70, $80, $100, whatever it is, for the fingerprinting and all that kind of crap. Then, because that hazmat was pending, they wouldn't give me a permanent license. I kept getting temporaries. Then my fleet manager was on me about getting the permanent license, so I just told him to drop the hazmat from my license. So now I might have to go back and take the written test again, which I don't want to do. I have the paperwork saying that I passed, and I hope I can take that in and show them, and maybe they can just credit me or whatever. I don't know. But yeah, he sprung that on me before Thursday morning, I guess. He called me and woke me up and told me what the situation was with the where I was dropping the trailer and all that stuff, and then told me I needed to get the hazmat taken care of, which I'd rather not pull hazmat. I don't really think it's too big of a deal, but you don't make, I think it's like $20 a load or something for hazmat, which to me isn't worth it. And that's $70 to $100 out of my pocket to get this. So that's frustrating, but I didn't have time, and the closest place to do fingerprinting was like 20 miles away, and they're only open on Wednesdays, or they only do the fingerprinting Wednesdays from noon to 4 or something like that. So I didn't have time to do that. Or I didn't have time to go to maybe Jefferson City or Kansas City or St. Louis, wherever I could do it sooner. So, because he sprung that on me last minute, my days were pretty much planned up. So next time I go home, probably April, I'll have to do that, which I really don't want to do. But I don't necessarily want to say, hey, I'm not doing it, because it might be like a requirement. I don't know. But I was thinking and looking around while I was at home for dedicated or regional positions. And there's a couple companies. I know Swift does the Walmart account here. According to their website, the dedicated runs are for experienced drivers. So I need to talk to them and see how, maybe they're short drivers there, and it would be something. Being a big company, they're a training company, so, being less experienced, I could get in there, I'm sure. Hogan and U.S. Express, I believe I was qualified for as far as experience, and I'm not sure how my experience is calculated. With Prime, we were on the road from the first week on, so that in my eyes is 5 months experience now, 2 solo and 3 during training. because it wasn't just sit and watch the trainer drive, it was me driving. So that would just be talking to these companies. But if you guys have thoughts, ideas about them, I know one of my trainers worked for US Express, I think, and didn't say anything good about him. You know, I just want more home time. I don't know how people with families do it. You know, the kids and all that stuff. With what few friends I have and the small family I have, I want to be home. I don't necessarily have to be home every day or every weekend, but like every 2 weeks maybe. You know, for a day or two, that'd be fine. So I'm looking at something like that, something where I don't need hazmat. Again, it's not a big deal. I can afford it. I just don't want to deal with it. It's just a headache. Transporting it and having to go get the fingerprinting and all that crap done. You know, there's no reason I wouldn't get it. I mean, I got my TWIC card and all that stuff, but you know, it's just something I'm kind of thinking about, and I don't want to just start job hopping or anything like that. And you know, I know Little Guy and Abe and Trainer James and everybody, they've left companies and went back because it wasn't necessarily, you know, what they'd hoped or whatever. So that has me leery, and getting a couple more months of experience would obviously not hurt. Because I'm under contract here at Prime, I'd have to buy out my contract, or maybe one of those companies would help me pay that off. So it's just contacting them, I guess, and looking more into it. There's just thoughts I had, and it's nothing against Prime. You know, it's not me jumping ship because they've treated me bad or anything like that. That's definitely not the case. No, excuse me. I just want home time. I really thought I'd like being over the road, and I kind of do. But I've seen everything. There's only so much you can really see from the driver's seat. So now it's just doing the same things over and over. And I'd rather drive in areas I'm familiar with, that I know I can park at, or know where to park, you know, along with the home time. So that's kind of where my thinking is at. If you guys have opinions, comments, suggestions, please let me know. I just kind of want to say in the Midwest. I like the West Coast too. The more east you go, and then down into Florida, it just kind of sucks. For whatever reason, the more population out east and less stops, less places to park, all that stuff. It's a headache. It's too stressful on me, and maybe more of that comes with experience and that, I don't know. I get too anxiety, or I don't know. So that's kind of where my thinking's been this weekend, along with enjoying my birthday and times with friends and family. You know, but yeah, I'm really considering leaving. But like I said, I don't want to job hop. It's not, you know, I don't know. And again, it's not a knock on Prime. It's just wanting to be home and be closer to the area, at least. I don't know. And not having a family to support, I can take a pay cut. You know, obviously I wouldn't necessarily want to, but you know, if I get less miles or less cents per mile or less miles, one of the two, you know, I can still survive. So it's just, I got tired of over the road really quick. I got burnt out, and I don't dislike driving. It's just there's certain aspects, and I think a lot of that leans on the long haul over the road type deal. I really thought I'd last longer liking Over the Road, but I just really, I don't. So who knows? That's just kind of my thoughts over the weekend. It's not like I'm leaving tomorrow or anything like that. You know, it's just thoughts that are in my head. Companies I want to look into, or you know, find out opinions on, and get more information about them. So that's kind of what's up. But yeah, back to the grind, waiting to find out where to head. And yeah, be back out here, back rolling. So that's what I got. I'm tired. I didn't sleep much at all last night. I was up doing laundry and had to go to Walmart and blah 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 blah. So I'm tired. I know as soon as I go to sleep or try to lay my head down, that message will come in. So yeah, so that's what's up. So I'll talk to y'all later.